PLEIADIAN Starseeds. Welcome to Starseed Energetics. My name is Bora and I'm gonna get into your May reading. Shout outs to STEFFEN KIRCHHOFF from Aluna Ritual Music for providing the high frequency background sounds. If you like the music that you hear, link is in description for the SoundCloud. Okay, let's get into your energy. I'm reading with the Shining Angels Tarot. You guys are tapping into divine masculine energy, like activating it to the fullest potential. That means you heal your relationship with structures, you heal your relationship with action, because you learn that it's not the structure that was a problem in the past, but it's more so what the structure was surrounding. And I shared this with another reading, but I feel like it's relevant for you guys as well, is when it comes to addictions, this is quoting Jay Shetty from his interview with Logan Paul actually. It's not an addiction or the addictive behavior that is problematic per se, but it's what you're addicted to that matters. So it's up to you to discern if you have this quality of like high level addiction. If you're the kind of person who once you do something, you're gonna do it until like you see the end of it, or you know, the endlessness of it, you want to be very mindful not to blame that characteristic of yourself, but to accept that you have that kind of characteristic and apply it to the right discernment. What do you want to be addicted to? It could be of being of service to the highest good, you know, that could be an addiction. Or it could just be non-duality. Imagine if you're addicted to non-duality. That's like the best thing you can be addicted to. Okay, there's something you need to clear up. There's some things that you need to like tie the loose ends. For a lot of you that are listening, you have the type of personality that is so like nitrogenic that you start a bunch of things, you always get constant inspirations and downloads, and so you have trouble finishing things that you already started, and you tend to like jump to the next thing, jump to the next thing. Wrap your stuff up, finish what you started before. So that means even if you started something and you didn't see the end of it, or like you didn't fulfill the completion of it, finish it for the sake of finishing it, instead of like needing that to yield some sort of result. Energetically just wrap it up and learn to wrap things up and learn to persist in things. You know, there is no giving up. I think one of the biggest programming that humans have adopted is their addiction to some sort of a linear timeline, in not just like the way of perceiving time, but also we're taught that stories have a beginning, middle, and an end, and we look at these like stories and fairy tales and folklores that have an ending, like happily ever after, but that doesn't exist. And so we are constantly projecting towards this ending or this outcome when in reality they don't exist. And we tend to equate it also with death. Like, you think things end when you're dead? No, they don't end, they just start again. You know, speaking from experience of having a near-death experience, things just become irrelevant. Some things become irrelevant, but the nature of your essence continues, and you would be surprised at how much of your consciousness you carry onto higher realms. King of Chalices, King of Cups, the Moon. It's all about emotions here. Uriel, the stars, Temperance. You have really strong macrocosmic intervention, a lot of macrocosmic energy, and about balancing your emotions is like your real value of what you're getting out of this month. And there is divine intervention in terms of healing that emotional body. There's Uriel and the stars coming as the foundation, and the reason why you're encountering this moon energy with the Temperance, which is literally talking about the balancing of your emotions. This is actually non-duality. If you take your emotions and you balance it and temper it, you get non-duality, which is another word for presence, which is another word for the most powerful state of perception, is non-dual. The Fool, new beginning. You have 3 major arcanas in a row as your central energy. The way that you operate from this state of being centered and dissociated from your emotional body is a new way of navigating, but it's a very much like a stellar download, like an upgrade of your experience. Potentially you're downloading consciousness of yourself from a different star system, especially like Pleiades, because this is Pleiadian reading. It's possible that you're activating access to the consciousness of the parallel version of yourself that is residing in the Pleiadian star system, which explains why you have such a centered navigation through your emotional body. Your emotional body, imagine it like literally a tornado, and what you're doing is take those energies and alchemize it to a higher state of being. It's like mastery. Do you see this rainbow? So filling in the gaps of whatever is not present in your emotional field, like whatever you sense, and learning to generate that which is missing in order to complete this full spectrum and operate from a pure consciousness kind of source energy perspective. And if I'm not mistaken, the last Pleiadian reading I did for you was actually talking about this level of awareness as well. So this is continual even this month, and you can't get enough of that. You're doing a lot of inner child work, blowing up a lot of energetic cords to your inner child wounding, and I feel like as you face the same kind of energies cropping up that are either a manifestation of your past experiences in terms of, you know, whether that was your mother issues or father issues or both, or authority issues when you were growing up, your dissonance with authority figures could be another one. You're coming to a space where you cannot possibly get into a victimhood state over those situations because you have this non-duality. So you look at these wounds that are coming up, that are being triggered. Sometimes you tend to blame situations for how your life turned out, as if your life was not turning out divinely. It is turning out divinely, but that's the thing. You're learning to transcend that entrapment of victimhood and this deep subconscious wounding, whether that's from a past life or your past human memory, which is both interacting with each other. 5 of Cups. So there's these, yeah, definite emotional wounds from your childhood, and I get a sense that this has a lot to do with neglect for a lot of you guys. It's people neglecting your needs or making you feel powerless over how you feel or what you want. You're having your desires devalued, or people misusing their authority over you while you were powerless. These are a lot of things that might be coming up that you are starting to accept as valuable challenges that are headed towards something greater than your current perspective of reality. 5 of Cups in this deck also talks about very helpful friends. So there are tremendous support systems for you to go through these energies that are willing to listen, that are willing to give you advice. And this doesn't have to be physical friends. They can be non-physical friends, like angels, galactic guides, elementals, nature, Mother Earth. And what I would have to say, yep, I knew it, 3 of Pentacles, Earth energy. Ask the Earth to meet you in frequency. Instead of needing to ground so deeply, while you intend to ground to Mother Earth, instead of going all the way to the core, ask the Earth to meet you halfway. And this can take a lot of explanation, but I'm not going to get into it too much. But that's just my advice, and see what happens. Another thing you can do is take this grounding energy and seep it in through your crown chakra, which is something that spiritual teachers never teach. But if you resonate with what I'm saying, just try it. Divine magic. Make a wish. Yes. Okay, so I'm gonna actually guide you through a short experience, which is something that I don't do on a collective reading. I usually do this for private clients, but I'm guided to do this for you. So take a deep breath. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. And like just center yourself, activating your inner heart. So envision this bright golden white light in the center of your heart. That is your inner heart, and it's your inner sun. Activating this all around your energy field, all around your aura, through the earthly grid and the cosmic grid as well, activating those. We're going to take the inner heart energy and ground it, and we're going to ask Mother Earth to meet you halfway. We're going to send this inner heart energy into the central sun. And breathe up and down this connection that you've just established. You're most likely feeling very different right now than before I started guiding you through this experience, and that's normal. It's just the nature of energy work, and you're tapping into the collective energy of this bandwidth of soul family that's tuned into this video, which really magnifies your energy work. And now dropping back into your core heart space, ask, what do you wish? And it will come directly as a very short word, image, or a feeling. And it was instantaneous as soon as I asked you. That wish is coming true, because the surrounding cards are divine magic and yes, and the center energy was make a wish. So whatever you wish for, this card, the divine magic card, basically amplifies the power of whatever it comes with, and what it came with was a yes, which is another amplification card. And the only thing that was electric in nature in these cards was make a wish. So you just made your deepest heart's wish, and it's gonna come true, or it is already true, but like it's gonna unfold in a miraculous way. And I want you to know that, and I think you know that already deep in your heart. Maintain this heart energy and keep it open throughout your life in your reality. I know that it might be a little bit hard or challenging to keep that heart open throughout all situations, but right now I invoke in the power of the cosmic forces and the earth force for this to be anchored in your default state of consciousness as you navigate through your timelines and your reality as a fractal of one infinite creator. And so it is. So that took a complete different turn than I've ever done before for a collective reading, but I hope that this reading has been helpful. If you want to work with me one-on-one, I do offer sessions, but they are in divine timing, so only if you're comfortable with uncertainty and timing. You can visit the link below. Otherwise, see you guys next month. Have an amazing time. And wow, I'm tripping out because I'm also in that heart space that I just activated for everybody, so feels nice. Okay, thank you, bye.